Justin, thank you very much. And yes, you point out Pierre Poilievre's riding of Carleton in Ontario. We've heard from 258 out of 266 of those polls, and he is still in second place by a few thousand votes. Stuart?
Just over 3,500.
3,500.
So that is not insurmountable, but it is not looking great. And that's going to open up all kinds of questions if he's not able to hold onto his own seat about the leadership of the party. Does he ask them to step aside? Does that create a crack in the support? So it is wheels within wheels for
Yeah, they hadn't planned for that. They certainly hadn't planned for that. You know, and Carleton is an area near Ottawa. And on the line with us right now, we have another member of our audience who has called in, Keenan Weller from Ottawa. Keenan, hi, good morning to you.
Happy to be here.
Keenan, hi. Thanks very much for calling in. So what's your take on the election result tonight?
Yeah, just been refreshing the Carleton ward. I can't stop now. I just can't wait to see the final result. It's something I talked about online with people and in my network weeks ago, that I thought Poilievre was going to lose his own seat.
Why? In light of the protest? Or tell me more about why you started talking like that.
Yeah, I mean, I had a sense of it. I mean, as soon as Justin Trudeau resigned, because I knew that was a huge barrier, but a lot of people throughout the 613 have remained quite upset about the so-called Freedom Convoy, and some of our own local MPs in the Conservative Party that really seem to, we perceive it as siding against local citizens. And with criminality and lawlessness, and we were still pretty upset about it. And it was actually a much bigger topic around here than Donald Trump in many ways, although there was certainly some connection made between the two. But it's I think there's a sense of a feeling of justice. It's finally served. It's not quite what we wanted, and it's a bit too late. But I think that's a big part of it, because Bruce Banjoy, I don't know him personally, but he seems like a nice enough guy, but he's not an experienced politician, didn't have a lot of money, so I think there's a lot going on there.
Well, you sound like someone who's pretty engaged politically. What are your thoughts about just some of the challenges with this government makeup moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I joined a political party for the first time. I joined the Liberal Party just about right after Mark Carney decided to run, and it's my first time being kind of politically active, actually. But I have been very engaged over the course of the election. I actually just got back I was out in Vancouver, and it was really interesting talking to people there, because they were definitely focused on some different things. I was on the island as well. There are some very intensely local issues, and I think maybe we're overgeneralizing this whole idea that it's about Donald Trump. I did think that awakened in us for sure. Some appreciation for what we have in Canada, and that definitely had people fired up in different ways. So I think it played into it that way, but I think we can't overestimate some of these local and regional interests. So I just followed it. It's not what I predicted. I did think maybe still will be a bare majority, but I did think there'd be more seats. But
okay,
then it played out what I thought they would.
Keenan in Ottawa, thank you very much for calling in today. It's just been great hearing from people across the country. Again, for calling in, and if I sounded a little bit distracted there, it's because we do have some breaking news, and that is that Pierre Poilievre has lost his seat in Carleton in Ottawa. The CBC projects that he loses his seat. I've got to get the language down correctly, but yes, that's it. But look at that, Bruce Banjoy projected elected in Ontario, Carleton.
So how much do you have to be disliked in your political approach, in what you're promising policy-wise, in your tone, in order to lose a seat you've held for several election cycles, where you have been known to be a good and responsive constituency MP? How bad does it have to be in the general neighborhood where you are in order to lose your seat? It's pretty bad.